Hello, welcome in. I know I said I wasn't doing lives for a while, but I felt the energy of the planet was a little bit out of whack. I know a lot of heavy things have been happening in the world, and I kind of want to address it, kind of talk about it, create a safe space for us all to talk about. Hey Parker, how are you doing? How are you feeling tonight? So tonight I might do something a bit different. I probably won't be doing any pulling, but I'll probably just stick to using crystals to try and heal through that energy. Hey Haley, how's it going? I said I wasn't going to do Reiki, but I'm like, I need to do something. Let me know how you're all feeling. I'll be using a bit of Selenite, sending you healing energy wherever you are. So I was taking a break just for my own mental health to get things together, but I feel like things are getting back together a lot sooner than I anticipated. So that's why I had put out that message. But let me know how you've been doing, what energy you've been feeling. Spiritual sunshine, how are you doing? I love sunflowers. So I'll be using selenite right now. I'm surrounded by crystals. I don't know what's going to come up tonight, but whatever we need. I just want to create a safe container for us all to kind of talk about what we're going through, whatever's going through our mind, whatever heaviness that's there with us, and try and get that energy flowing and moving. Feeling stuck. I know. I feel that. I feel like, honestly, the last 2.5 years, it's just been crazy energy. Just nothing's moving the way that we want it to. I know there have been major shifts, things happening, but my advice is always have fun. And it's advice I have to take for myself as well. How can we enjoy what we're doing? How can we find balance in what we're doing? Please give you a reason to keep going. That's heavy. I feel like it has to come from within. That reason does have to come from within. I can send you healing energy, but we have to tap into that inner child energy, that younger self energy. Let go of the negative narrative that's playing in the mind. Let go of anything that's holding you back. So let's kind of face it. What are the thoughts that make you feel stuck or feel like there's no reason to keep going? What are those heavy thoughts sound like, and how can we talk to them? An exercise that I saw was kind of, can you say it out loud? Whatever thoughts are running through your mind, say it. There's trauma, Paul, being let go from a job, especially over the summer. There's kind of this fear of abandonment, because this is something that's kind of where I was this week, and that's why I said I was going to take a break from everything. Because when you're abandoned, when you're let go, you kind of have that feeling of maybe not of unworthiness, basically. Just going to be charging up the room with a bit of Reiki energy. So it's a lot of... So what we do kind of in a shamanic lineage is we do a meditation. We go back to that version of ourselves, the one that was let go, the one that was hurt, and offer them light, offer them love. It's not about you. Sometimes the universe protects us from things that we're not meant to be in, but it does it in very odd ways. That's how I can talk about it. It feels like that. I had left my job. I was trying to start a new career, and that wasn't working out. You're being pushed to go somewhere. I'm just not sure where that is. So you kind of have to, this advice goes for everybody. You have to play with life. You have to play with that life energy and see where it takes you. A break is good. Connecting with nature. Being in nature. Wu-Tang. No, I started late because I wasn't going to do any lives for a while because some stuff happened earlier in the week with me, and I just felt not stable enough to keep producing content or jumping on lives, but talking with all my friends, talking with everybody. I think Chronically Ghosted is here. She's helped me out a lot, figure out a lot of things that have been going on with me, and figuring out how to overcome those challenges within myself. So maybe I might not be producing videos, but I think I like going live. I like getting this live interaction and being able to talk with you guys. So I'm going to try and keep doing this. And I know the state of the world is heavy. And so what I want is to create this container, this safe space where you could let go of any of those heavy energies. Because if you could get into a meditative space, if you could feel free from that heavy energy, we might be able to shift where the world is. Hey, loyal lights, how's it going? That's why I'm doing this. There was a comment a while ago. Someone's parents are kind of splitting up, and the important thing to know is that it's like, don't blame yourself. If your parents are splitting up, it's nothing to do with you. What happens is that we are vibrational beings. Energy is vibrational. I'm using this to kind of pull away any heavy energies for the time. And so you have to learn not to blame yourself. And this kind of goes for everybody. This advice goes for everyone. Don't blame yourself for anything that's going on. Don't put yourself down because of that. Trust the flow, trust the energy where it takes you. And so I was saying everyone is vibration, and sometimes two people that are in a relationship, that vibration changes. That vibration no longer matches, and you have to chase the things that match that vibration. It's just that does shift the family dynamic, that does shift things. The other issue too is that as a society we've grown away from community, and the way that it was used sort of in the like hunter-gatherers ways, where we'd all be together in maybe like a small pack of like 8 to 15 people working together. I think for like every single child there would be several, I think at least 4 to 5 emotionally advanced adults that could help raise that child. So there'd always be a shifting relationship, being able to build with these people. But don't blame yourself for what's going on. If two people are no longer in vibrational match, they still care about you. It's just that the dynamic does change, but the love that's there is still there, just in a very different capacity. And I think that's what we have to tap into. That's the energy. That's kind of what got me into Reiki, because it's like we need to tap back into that feeling of love, self-acceptance, understanding of each other. I'm just creating a container using Reiki, kind of healing through any heavy energy, kind of pulling out any dark energy using Selenite. Just kind of talking through what people have been through this week. So if anything resonates with you, feel free to stay with this. Been waiting for Friday. I'm glad I jumped on, because I was taking a break from creating videos and stuff, just because like last weekend was a lot of stuff happened for me on Tuesday that I'm still figuring out. But I post these up on my YouTube as well, so if ever you feel lost, I'm not around, just kind of jump into there, because that energy, so the way Reiki works is that it travels through time and space. It doesn't have to be in the moment, it can be anywhere. So even if it's something I recorded previously, my intention is that it gets sent to those that need it. I saw your submission, Loyal Lights, for the portal video, and that was amazing. And that too, community. I kind of want to talk about the community that helped me feel safe again in the world, because that's something I've been struggling with maybe my whole life, who knows. If those of you that feel called to, or like now entering your spiritual journey, there's a place that I have linked in my bio called the Portal. That's a place that I went to just to experience different healing modalities. They offer Reiki. Tonight they had an amazing breathwork class. And that's honestly what gave me strength to kind of jump on live, even though I'm kind of late with everything that's going on. Sending a bit of light energy to kind of break up any of that heavy energy that's going through the room. But yeah, if you're looking for that connection, because kind of tying back into community, I feel like we need to feel connected to people. And I know during my lives, I was talking about it with my moderators. I miss a lot of the chat because it goes by so quickly. But those of you that feel lonely or say that you're lonely, if you're writing into the chat, kind of connect with the people that also feel that energy. Kind of connect with each other, those that are here that are resonating with you. I think that's important. Are there any virtual Reiki shares? I'm not sure. Yes, having that community, it helps so much, especially with like-minded people that could accept you. Because like when I went through my spiritual journey, my friends didn't know what I was talking about. It sounded like I was insane. I was seeking out therapy, and the therapy helped with a lot of the things that were going on, but I needed people that could understand what I was going through. Selenite is a high vibrational crystal. I use it to break up shadows within people, to clear energy, to allow energy to flow through the chakra wheels in the body. And so when I say chakra wheels in the body, if you imagine the line that is your spine, that's kind of a flow of energy. And each point on that spine, there's 7 points on that spine that kind of connect with what you might be feeling. So if you feel unbalanced, that is root chakra. That's kind of disengaged right now, disabled, kind of all over the place. And so my goal right now, the reason I came on is just because, well, I like being here. I like talking to you guys, seeing what's going on. But the important thing is I want to create a safe container where it's kind of this meditative space where you could feel like you're healing. By doing this, we can shift the vibration of the planet and hopefully send love to yourself, to those that need it. But remember the important thing, I know a lot of crazy things are happening in the world, but focus on you, focus on your healing, focus on what you're doing. Because once your cup is filled up, once you're illuminated, once you find your community, that shifts the reality around you. It shifts the reality that's built around you, and it shifts the paradigms of this world. Normally Friday and Mondays, but a lot of stuff happened this week, so it's a little bit shaky right now. I'm aiming for Fridays again. That's something I'm going for. I'm using selenite again to kind of pull through any shadows, pull through any darkness. Also helps with my ADHD. I need to fidget with something. I was talking to Haley earlier, and she's like, just talk to the people, just see what they're up to. But I'm like, I need something to fidget with, and me having the intention of pulling out darkness using crystals, it helps me a lot. Yes. Thank you all for being supportive. Thank you all for joining me, hanging out, just creating the safe space. Tino, you just remembered that? Well, you have HD? I forget too. I'm like, why does my brain feel like helicopter blades all the time? Can discuss a little bit about the existential crisis. I'm constantly in an existential crisis. But what that is that you kind of reach that point where you're like, I don't like what I'm doing. I don't like who I am. For me, this kind of ties in with depression too. I don't like the person that I'm portraying. And so when you play a video game, it's easy to start another video game and just be like, I'm going to play a different character. But in real life, it's hard to say, I don't want to be that person anymore. I want to be someone new, someone different. That's why it's important to find that community that accepts those big changes you might be going through. If you're going through that existential crisis, if you're going through anything, the advice is to play, have fun. Pick up a new hobby that seems like it'd be interesting for you and kind of go through with it. Learn it, focus on it, allow that creativity to let that energy to flow back through you. Because those of us, we're going through a lot of things in our life, so we might be stuck in kind of that mundane energy of like, what is life? What are we doing? What's happening? All of those responsibilities as an adult. Any responsibilities, anyone living at this time period, if you're a kid, a teen, an adult, you're going through a whole lot of stuff right now. We're living in probably the most insane times that it could be right now. It's Princess Daisy, I see your comment. How do we accept the grief? How do we accept the loss of a loved one? And so this is where I come into, for me, all I could do is talk upon like my own journey with grief and loss, and it's sort of understanding what grief is. I'm sending you all healing light. Understand what that grief is. Understand what that heavy energy is. It's love. It's the loss of love. It's the loss of a story. It's the loss of people that you used to be someone with, and now you can't. And especially as parents, when you're born, when you're growing up, you kind of put your parents in that God role. They exist to protect you, to help you, to push you through on your path, to help you grow. So losing them it feels like losing such a heavy part of you. It pops into my mind. So like the Lion King pops up, and it's sort of like when Simba is kind of like lost. He sees everything kind of, his world fall apart, and he's pulled into the woods, and he goes in and he plays for a while. He plays and he grows up. He has fun with all the other animals in the forest. And then he reaches a point where he needs to accept himself again. And so the clouds kind of come down, kind of those visions kind of come down. And Mufasa comes back and is literally like, we're not gone. I'm not gone. I'm still here. Just, it's a different form. And the people that they were exist within you. It's just a different capacity now. I'm trying to remember. And if you're still going through that grief, that's fair. Grief is a process, and it could be a lifetime process of having that energy with you, having that energy travel with you. So for me, there's different things you could do, which is kind of like leaning into your faith. Are you religious? Are you spiritual? What do you believe happens to the spirit or the soul once they leave this reality? From there, kind of follow that. But the way I see it, when we lose people that close to us, they're not gone. They exist in a way where they kind of become your spirit guides. They send messages in different ways. You might hear songs that they used to listen to, or songs they used to tell you about, or phrases they used to say. It would show up in street signs or in stickers, or you might hear it on TV. And for me, that's their way of speaking to you. Some people, when they see certain birds or animals, it represents them, that energy. And so if you think about it, in the spiritual community, the human body, we become very intertwined, thinking this is us, this is me, this is my face, this is all of that. But in the spiritual community, this is the car I'm driving. We are the spirit within the body, living the story, because it's supposed to feel real. It's supposed to feel like one of those 4D movies, basically, like you're experiencing it firsthand. And so I like to think of that. Hindu by faith. My lineage, it started off as Hindu. I lean more into spirituality, but in Hinduism, it focuses on kind of the idea of reincarnation, or kind of connecting back with the Godhead. And so if I've read a book called, this is just general spirituality, called Journey of Souls. And so it talks about someone that was kind of doing like past life regression. And they discovered people talking about the place between lives and between reincarnation. And so they talk about where the souls go, where they connect, where they come up with the stories they want to live next, the energies that they were. And so it does tie a lot with kind of the Hindu beliefs, where it's like we all come from one thing, but then those souls kind of divide. And in that division of souls, we have so many different people, but we're still all kind of that one soul. So that energy still exists within you. They were your parents for a reason, because kind of in that soul realm, you chose them because you knew they'd be able to push you on the journey that you need to go on. It's called Journey of Souls by Michael Newton. And so when I was going through grief, my best friend had passed away last April, unexpectedly. And so one of my very first mentors, she, even before that had happened, she was like, if you're like going on this journey, read Journey of Souls, and it's going to help you come to terms with this life. It's going to come to terms with like death and grief. And for me, it did helped a lot. You still experience that shock. You still miss that person. But once you feel and tap into that energy, it feels a lot better. I talk about mediumship because I had different experiences with mediumship, in the sense that if you do a meditation and you visualize those that you lost there with you, that's a form of mediumship. So a lot of different things will talk about the human body as a radio. that's able to tap into different frequencies, and each person is a frequency. So if you remember that person, what they felt like, their energy, and you visualize being there with you, you could call upon them. Sit there for a moment with yourself. Call upon that energy. Talk to them. Tell them all the things you want to tell them. Imagine what they would say. So like when I miss my best friend, I imagine that he's here. I imagine that he's around me. We're talking and joking. Or I'll meditate. I'm going to go to a place and just kind of talk, catch up. And yes, Reiki is for everybody. You can send it to anybody. So Reiki literally stands for Universal Life Force. It's kind of like this energy that exists all around us. It connects us. It creates us. Looking at their picture helps a lot. I just got chills when you said that. So do that. Keep doing that. Talk to them. And it's okay to feel sad. It's okay to cry. It's okay to feel the grief that you do. But it's kind of like on the healing journey, you have to reach that point where you realize like that energy is there with you. They taught you all these lessons. You are that combination of who they were. The literal cells in your body, if you think about it from like a science perspective, it's their DNA that helped create you. That DNA still exists within you. The lessons they learned travel through the DNA. Creating a bit of Reiki energy and sending it all to you. If you want, imagine kind of like waves of golden light surrounding you, lifting off any heaviness that might be there. It depends on the story you tell yourself. So you could rewrite that DNA, but it's accepting what they've done to you. You don't have to talk to them, but accepting what they've done to you and healing past what that trauma is. There's a lot of trauma that affects me from previous generations. That fear, that anxiety we feel is because our ancestors had to deal with things that were insane. Heavy circumstances. No, I'm in New York, but I'm kind of creating a space, trying to send healing energy out there too. In our dreams, I feel like we reach these different states of consciousness where we can tap into their energy and they can send messages to us, spend time with us. And the person that didn't resonate with your parents, that's fine. That's okay. That might be the life lesson that you're dealing with in this lifetime. They say that Earth is kind of like a master school of souls where we go through very different and heavy energies. Because it's about experiencing all of these different things, but not letting it consume us. I think the book is called Untethered Soul. I forgot who the writer is, but that's something that helps as well. If you feel like you're still attached to certain scenarios, certain traumas, learning to be within life, but also slightly detached where it's not consuming your mind with ruminating thoughts. Dolores Cannon, yep. Michael Singer, thank you. It's difficult. So with parents, I know I saw someone write kind of like they want advice from they want their parents to just listen. But the thing is, it's different. It's an odd journey. Because I'm trying to think how to describe it. They've experienced life at a very different point and have a lot more memories. So when they hear certain things, they want to automatically just give advice or push different energies towards you or different advice to you immediately. When what you're looking for is just to be heard. Opening that space and kind of explaining exactly what you need might help. But talking to them, pointing it out. Because in all honesty, by the time we reach the age of 30, we've been programmed in different ways. We've experienced different energies. And we follow patterns that we're used to, and we've experienced so much life that we think we know everything, so we could offer that knowledge and information to other people. I like when I give advice to try and step back and put myself back into your shoes, but a lot of us don't have that capacity. So when we hear certain things, if you just want to vent, it might not sound just like you're venting or talking about certain things. They might not understand that that's what you're looking for and that's what you need. So kind of explaining the whole situation. When I talk to you, I want you to kind of listen, hear me out, give me that full attention. Or when you're talking to them, tell them, I'm not looking for advice. I just kind of want to talk through this, and I just kind of want you to hear me. So everything in the spiritual community is opening sacred space. Before I come here and do my live, I open sacred space. When you talk with them and you want to talk about something important, create sacred space by setting up that boundary, letting them know what's happening. But I am just kind of riffing. I'm not sure if that's meeting you at what you were looking for, but let me know if that resonates at all. Something that you could try. Yep, it's a really good book. I think if you look at, I don't know if you're into audiobooks, but I think it's on YouTube as well. The Untethered Soul. I think it's like a 6-hour recording. Do you want them, with your friends, do you want them to offer advice, or do you want them to listen? For peace, I'm not. My mind is all over the place. If anyone knows any good stones for peace, or just calming, enter that into the chat. I like using banded agate. Blue lace agate. Just to listen more. I say try that. Open space. Yep, blue stones. So then I guess like lapis lazuli, solidite. Blue lace is my favorite. When I jumped onto TikTok for the first few times, like people were like, if you got trauma, blue lace agate, just keep that with you all the time. I'm trying to remember, there was a comment just now, but it flew away. Amethyst could help as well. But I like, for peace, I think blue helps a lot. You want them to just listen more. Open space. Tell them, I kind of want to talk about whatever's going on, but I kind of just want you to listen. I'm doing something kind of different. I'm using a little bit mix of a psychic Reiki, but this is just more advice. I'm doing pulling with the Selenite instead of my usual thing, just because like I'm still kind of getting over something, so I don't want to mix up energy sources. Try meditations before going to sleep, or check out, in my bio there's an app called Balanced. They have some sleep meditations that you would do before going to bed. Try that and see. It's like a free 1-year trial that we could like delete it if you're not sure if you like it or not, but that's something I would recommend. I'm doing a little bit better, thank you. I'm not sure what this frequency is. I made this on GarageBand so that I could post these up on my YouTube after. Insight Timer is good. I need to post more things there, but I am on there. They don't like me there, but I'm figuring it out. I need to do more guided meditations. I feel called for guided meditation stuff. Maybe I should use some blue stones for calming and peace. We're gonna go to my favorite. Do you want to play? Okay. Some bismuth. Just sending you a bit of healing energy. Yes, I was using selenite. Yeah, I'm not. I wasn't gonna do any lives. I was honestly gonna take some time off, but then it just felt weird. Like it was like 9:30, and I'm like, I'm not doing anything. I'm kind of want to jump on and see what everyone's doing, see what everyone's going through. Serenity. anything you're going through, kind of write it down, journal it out. I feel like when you write it down, or even here, if you just kind of like write it out, it helps you process that energy. I'm sending healing energy to everybody. So if someone's not here in the live and you want to send them that energy, imagine kind of golden light surrounding them, healing energy. This is bismuth. I picked up a blue one just because I feel like we wanted some calming energy just for the room. Because the goal is, if I could create a safe space, a safe container with a few people in it, it could help the world in a small ways. Or helps bring you, at least you, back into balance. And that's the important thing. If you as an individual could come to balance, that sends ripples that changes the world. I know that feeling. Hang in there. Being sick all the time, it hurts. It's just a lot. Is it normal to... Yep. If you feel like big breaths of air, it's energy being shifted. Yeah, writing helps it. If you could talk to your friends, that helps it. I'm sorry, Jennifer. It's tough. With chronic illnesses. A lot of my friends have like a lot of chronic illnesses, and it's just finding normalcy is not easy. That's good, Sullivan. Shadow work is important. I've had to do a whole ton of it. A whole ton of shadow work. I think my friend Simply Tiffany on here reached out to me, and she's like, listen, she had to remind me that the healing journey is not linear. You might feel amazing for a while, and then something happens that re-triggers you. And that's something that had happened to me, where something I didn't think would affect me affected me. And it just felt like everything was happening all over again. What is shadow work? I'm gonna explain it, but follow Chronically Ghosted. She's great with shadow work. She posts prompts on Sundays. I think on her Etsy shop has some prompts too. What you want to do with shadow work, I'm going to switch back to Selenite. Shadow work is kind of journaling, writing down whatever is triggering you. And so wounds from the past might come up, as in thoughts. You might think about someone that you didn't want to think about, or someone you haven't thought about in a while, and it kind of triggers you. That's where you would start and write down, like, this happened, XYZ happened, I don't know why this happened. Or kind of writing through it. Why was I triggered? Why was I hurt? Why did what they say hurt me? And then just kind of processing it. In shamanism, we kind of call back like soul fragments. And so we go to the subconscious level of the mind, lower world. We bring back whatever's broken, and then we spend 2 weeks working on that broken part of us. So those of us that feel abandoned and you're feeling that kind of loneliness, look into it and see why we feel lonely. Are we abandoned? Have we abandoned ourselves? Things like that. Trauma gets trapped in the body. Breath work helps a lot with it. Breath work, that's something that I found helps me, because like the deep breathing helps release that tension in the body. I'm okay. I'm feeling a little bit better. I might not be doing like content creation for a little while, but I figured lives I could probably do at least once or twice for the week. Tips for someone. If you're in survival mode, it's for me. Hold on, I have to put myself back into those shoes, because that does happen to me. Like whenever I go outside, it's just heavy energy, and I'm constantly looking around, constantly afraid. Breathing deeply, but also noticing the breath. So as you inhale, feel the air, feel the cool air as you inhale, kind of hold your breath for a second, and as you exhale, feel the warmth as you exhale. And if you want, you could imagine it as colors, as blue as you inhale and red as you exhale. Something that helps me a lot this week, I've just been completely triggered, so it's like a lot of Eft tapping, emotional freedom technique. And so there are different meridians on the body that you could tap on. There's 2 points between the eyebrows, so people tap on the eyebrows, to the side of the eye, under the eye, top lip, over here. For me, collarbone helps a lot, so it's a lot of tapping. And then you could even just massage it as well in those places. And so it kind of lets the body know that you are safe, you are okay, and it brings you back into the present moment. And so Haley had to help me with a lot of shadow work this week too. She's like, what's going on? Stop feeling like you're a burden. And that's probably one of the biggest things that happens to me. Yes, it's called EFT. If you look it up on TikTok after or whenever, there's a lot of videos that demonstrate it. But yeah, Haley called me out. My friend Rachel called me out. They're like, what's going on? You don't have to tell us, but you could tell us, and that might help you. I'm just there crying, like, this is happening again. This is from like 2 years ago, but I still feel it now. Do you have any stone recommendations for clarity? Selenite. Selenite is high vibrational. I feel like it breaks up shadows a lot, so like in everything I do, this follows me all over the place, no matter what. This is the Jedi Council. Would you like to join? The Jedi were corrupt anyway. I think this is a better use of time. Hey, how's it going? How are you feeling? Yeah, we have to let go. We have to let go of that heavy energy. I am surviving. I'm learning to surf the waves of life again. I'm trying to bring light to everyone again in my own way. No. It reminds me I'm human. I need to go through the challenges. I need to go through the earth journey. Like, I have a lot of advice that I give here, and it's like, you'll find a lot of people on TikTok where they have just this heavy energy. They're able to connect to higher level beings, and so we forget what it's kind of like to be human. And when you come back to being human, like after posting stuff or doing stuff, it's like, this is interesting. So it's balance. You're not always going to be in that love and light state. Like, that's why a lot of people consider that kind of like that toxic positivity, because we came here to feel all of these complex emotions, all of these traumas. We're here to go through the journey, through the story. But I think it helps to recognize that it is a journey and a story. Hey, Coco. This one's not polished. I do have one that's polished from Cherie Mystic. If you're looking for crystals, follow Cherie Mystic on Tuesdays. She does crystal sales. I want to say pyrite for manifestation, because that's what I use for like abundance specifically. There might be other ones. Thank you. Sometimes it's just the energy I tap into. So for me, I am a projector. So when I hear other people, when I hear what they're going through, my mind is a little bit easier to kind of connect to different things and then see the pathway they need to go. Hey, September Wolf Music. I'm sending you light. Yeah, I was like, I'm not going to do lives for a while. I don't know how long I'm going to be gone. But then I was like, I need to do something. If I don't do something, if I'm not doing this, I just don't feel like I'm being productive as a human being. I know I'm trying to post this I'll post up on my YouTube maybe tomorrow once I have, or over the weekend while I have a bit more mental capacity. It is my gift. That was the thing, like when I discovered like Reiki last year, well, I had become a master in 2020 and then I forgot because of the trauma I was going through. Then when I remembered, I was like, I kind of want to do this. This helps me. I use this a lot on myself. I want to help other people. But also know this is your energy as well, the energy you're feeling. This is a collective creation. You guys being here, adding to the energy, creating supportive space for each other, answering each other's questions. Like, that's beyond important. This is linked in my link tree. I call this Meditation Music 1. I made this on GarageBand. I wanted music just so I could post things on YouTube without being flagged for anything. Not that, I don't know if it matters. I just get self-conscious. Sometimes I play Taylor Swift music. That might be on Mondays when I feel called to. Yeah, I was there for like an hour, like, all right, what piano do I want? What frequencies should it sound like? What energy do I want that to kind of give off? I'm glad it helps. That's my goal. Hey Anne, how's it going? Hello. Just let me know how you're feeling. I haven't heard. I need to check it out. I'm glad you're more at peace. I don't know what I am. I was born in the United States, but my parents are from Trinidad. But I'm so disconnected from culture that I don't know what I am. If that makes sense. I'm a multi-dimensional space shaman. That's what I'm going with. Thank you. Yes, my great-great-great-grandparents are from India. I'm a space shaman Reiki master. I should put that on t-shirts. Just wear that. I'm a citizen of the world. If you're not sure what your gifts are or how they work, Haley, is your shop still open? I know you're going on vacation soon. How many space shamans do you know? It's on vacation right now. Give it a week and then check out Chronically Ghosted shop. If you're kind of lost on your abilities and want someone intuitive to kind of look into it, it helps a lot. She's very intuitive. You're all amazing. Each of you. The thing is, a lot of us are able to increase the vibration of the planet just by existing. Just by being the light that we are. Literally, even if you're just sharing memes sometimes or something funny, like you're changing someone's day. You're sending a bit of happiness, something that you found. And I think that's important. Just the second one. I need a new name. I think I have a obsidian space person here. Yeah, I do. Hold on. It's dark in my room. I can't find them. This is from Cherie Mystic's shop. It's a tiny little obsidian space person. This is for grounding. I'm just going to hold this here now. This is for grounding. This is affecting the root chakra. Kind of connecting you back to the earth, connecting you back to yourself. Remembering that you're made out of the stars. It was super cute. My friend Shy Flying High bought it for me and sent it to me, and Cherie Mystic is the one that was selling it. I need to buy more for crystals so I could send people that way. I'm starting to send Reiki energy to her crystals as well, so when she mails it out, it's kind of charged up with Reiki energy. We're just stardust. Yeah, it's powerful. I've been charging this thing. This thing hangs out next to this globe of the local solar system as well. So if you absorb a lot of energy, when you walk away from that situation, well, different things. Before you walk into any situation, kind of call a shield upon yourself. Imagine yourself kind of surrounded by light, surrounded by healing energy. Even if there are elements that you feel called to, fire, water, earth, air, that's important. And then the next thing you want, when you walk away from that situation, kind of use an incantation. Be like, any energy I may have picked up that is not mine, I let go of. So this is an obsidian spaceman, astronaut. I am back. I didn't know how long I was going to be gone. That's why I made that whole big dramatic video. And I'm like, I don't know where I'm going or what's going to happen. Try that. When you say that, imagine a waterfall of light pouring over you. And when you say, I release any energy I might have picked up that's not mine, imagine it is kind of like dark ribbons or dark energy that's being lifted off. And imagine that light transmuting it back into light or sending it to the heart of the planet where it gets transmuted back into light. It was dramatic. I was going through it, Jen. I was like, I don't know what's happening with me. My mind is all over the place. Because what happens is I have complex PTSD, and if certain situations happen or certain things reactivate me, I could be put into a place of I don't have the word for it. It was a very dramatic video. I'm like, I don't know what's happening. But like it shuts down my brain, and then I'm like, I can't focus or function, and I don't want that affecting any of the energies that I mess with. So that's why I was like, I don't know when I'm gonna be gone. Just know that I'm not gonna be here. And here I am. Yep, astronaut crystal. I'm sending you space magic now. Space Reiki? I could do that. I can make a space Reiki course. That would be fun. Yeah, collective is heavy. Everyone's kind of going through their own shadow right now. Everything's heavy in the world. But I want this space core. Yes, space core. I want us to kind of be at peace with ourselves. Focus on our inner light. When you focus on your own inner light, you visualize a better, more healed, peaceful world that's going to transmute that energy and hopefully send it to the places in the world that need it. But you do that by focusing on you. Healing you, filling your cup up. And a meditation I do is kind of imagining the entire earth being kind of surrounded in a wave of pure light or pure energy. And you're in it, everyone that you care about's in it. So sending loving energy to the planet. I like that. That's gonna be fun. Yeah, complex PTSD is not fun. It's life-changing. The thing is the psychology community doesn't really accept it yet because it's not in the DSM books. But like some therapists highly recognize it and see that it is a complicated trauma. I've looked into the EMDR. I just haven't been focusing on it. I've been using different modalities to help, and that's kind of what helped bring me back to where I am right now. Also talking with all my friends, and my friends forcing me to talk about what's going on. Haley. But it helped. Hey Lilith, how's it going? The DSM needs work. I study, my bachelor's is in psychology, so I have a lot of background in it. I'm still studying different psychology things, but I like where it is. It just doesn't resonate with me for a career where I want to go. And so I focus on different things like shamanism, Reiki, and shadow work. Psychology is fun. Yeah, I need to get back into it. I honestly just use like a lot of coping mechanisms, and then shadow work, journaling, and shamanic journeying to try and figure out what's happening. I'm glad that it helps. Sending you healing. And that's that too. Like, I'll always post these on my YouTube, so you could always jump into it whenever you feel needed to. But also remembering and coming back to this moment of just feeling that light energy, that loving energy, that safe energy. I'm gonna put the spaceman. I'm gonna switch it up. We're gonna go back to some selenite. Yeah, selenite. And it's okay when your path changes. My path is all over the place and I still don't know what I'm doing. So I do this, do all kinds of stuff. Yep, trust your intuition, trust what works for you. Do what's fun. Do what makes you happy. When you leave the house, is it everyone that's outside that's around you? The DSM needs updating. There's always light. There's always light that's around. It's just hard to see, just with everything that's being shown to us. And when we see suffering, those of us that are here, I know, are 100% empaths. So we feel that energy. If you feel like it's strangers as soon as you walk outside of the house, before you leave the house, kind of imagine yourself in a bubble of light, in a bubble of energy, kind of detached from the world, like still in the world, but shielded from the world. I hope it helps, Princess Daisy. It's so sad, and it is so heavy. We talk about in the spiritual community that a big shift is coming. The big shift is always coming. I wonder if that's what's happening now. But all we could do is keep hope, focus on us, focus on sending light to ourselves and to those that might need it. Shielding, a lot of energetic shielding. And if that doesn't work, look up different shielding techniques on YouTube and see if anything else comes up that might help. But I feel like visualizing that you're in a bubble or you're safe, I feel like that helps a lot. Slow breathing, because I know if you don't feel safe, it's kind of anxiety. So counting your breath as you breathe. Feel everyone's energy. It's a heavy energy. Yes. Enjoy that salt bath. It just feels like we're waiting, and it's felt like for 2 years we've just been waiting. That's why, like, for me, I never post about that stuff, because the big thing is like focusing on yourself, focusing on your own growth, focusing on who you're becoming, what light you have, and what light you'd like to bring to this world. I'm sorry for your loss. I'm sending you healing energy. I'm glad that it comes off that way. I don't want people to think that I'm like 100% healed and that there's only light or whatever. I want them to know that we all struggle, that we all go through things. That yes, there's positivity in the world, but there's negative that help forge us. That there's shadow that we all battle, and we have to share those stories. That's a complicated question. Do I believe in God? Yes, but not in the sense that we all think of God. I think there is a source energy, like a singular soul that was created at the beginning. Somehow, I don't know how it was created, but that energy split up into many different souls, and those souls split up, and then those souls split up. And each of those souls exists within us. So basically you are God, each of you, experiencing reality. I think that's what consciousness is. If I had to define something, is like what the concept of God is. It's all of us. It's the good, it's the bad. That's why I like spirituality and like the Taoist philosophies, because it imagines kind of those two fishes chasing after each other, the light and the dark, circling, spinning. Darkness will happen, then light will come. Light will happen, then darkness will come. But we're all just waves on the ocean, singing our song, dancing. And when our time comes, we join the ocean again, all connected, all together. In Journey of Souls, it touches upon some concepts where like the soul in its natural form, it just feels self-love. So like those higher level gurus that we see giving advice, giving sage advice, talking about it, telling you like you should live your life as in like love and light. It's only love and light that's out there. If you feel ashamed or whatever, you shouldn't feel that. But they're channeling beings that exist in a higher plane that don't feel suffering. They don't feel that pain. And so like if we look at like Eastern philosophies, Buddhism, Hinduism, it's kind of about suffering, because we've come from a place that was filled with so much light that we want to feel something new, feel something different, feel that ebb and flow of dark and light, how to overcome the dark and find the light again and allow it to continue spiraling. To not feel suffering, we have to find the things that feel good, the small things. Are you able to laugh? Can you have a meal that tastes good? Can you find happiness within that? I think of the Abraham Hicks, the Abraham Hicks manifestation guide, where like manifestation can kind of seem like toxic positivity, but you have to kind of do it in the right way, where it's like, what am I actually grateful for? What has happened that I could like lean into and feel positive about? And kind of focus on that energy. But also understanding when dark energy comes up, when heavy energy comes up, what do I have to learn from this energy? And so something I'm working on, I do want to create kind of a manifestation course. I'm thinking about starting a Patreon and putting that on it, but it's sort of like, what do you want? What do you want to feel? What do you want to accomplish? What do you want to manifest? You write that down, right? I want a significant other. I want a new career. I want a car. And we break down then, what are the limiting beliefs around this thing? What is preventing me from having this? So physical things, kind of like non-sentient things like a car or a house or a career, those are different to manifest, because it's not somewhere. When it comes to individual people, everyone's trying to manifest something different. So if it's the car, the job, career, things like that, why do I not think that I deserve this? What limiting beliefs do I have around this? And you're going to start doing shadow work around it that way. I don't think I deserve it because XYZ. And you want to create that plan and understand, what are the limiting beliefs that I believe about this reality, and how can I rewrite that? And so it's sort of like, if you've always had like that broken down car, always had that broken down car. I've only known broken down cars. That's what it's going to be. So you'd have to rewrite that reality. Imagine what it feels like to drive a new car, what it feels like to have the new car. Even a plan of like, how do I obtain this? What do I need? I'm not sure. I don't think I know Meg Ryan. But it's understanding that energy. It's understanding what are the limiting beliefs, working through the shadow of that, writing it down, focusing on it, but then also letting go, holding on to the energy. And I think Abraham Hicks jokes about it sometimes, and they're like, Maybe we want you to manifest. Maybe we just want you to feel happy about rewriting the story, about writing a story that resonates with you. Yep, it's all a mindset. Hey Shy, how's it going? Try it out. All I'm saying is try it out. So that's how my course would go once I do finally get it through. But it would be like a 4-week course where it's like every week there'd be a new prompt. And so what someone had me work out is, what is the thing I want? After I've made that list, or the one thing that I want, what are my limiting beliefs around this thing? Why do I not think that I could accomplish this? I'm not sure for the knot in the shoulder. I can send some healing energy to it, but I think it's something that would have to be worked out. Possibly, I don't know, massage therapist or something like that. But imagine healing energy being sent there. If you could rest your hand on that location and imagine it kind of like unraveling or not feeling so tight. I know that feeling. For the new career, kind of play with where you want to go, what you like. Assess finances. Do you have enough saved up to make a leap? Would it have to be something that you'd have to do kind of part-time? But play with the idea, have fun with the idea. Lean into what lights you up, what makes you happy, what brings you joy, and see where it takes you. I'm gonna send you all a bit of healing energy. You feel it in your teeth? I feel that when I do breath work, that's what I feel. Kind of like my lips, everything just gets, it's just odd. Yeah, my neighbors are starting to acting up. Soon I might start signing out anyway. Could be throat chakra that's being moved. Maybe there are words that need to be said that aren't being said, but the energy will get moved. Thank you. Yeah, I'm gonna try and start. I'm not gonna post when I do lives anymore, so I'm aiming for the usual times that I normally do. I need to just keep making sure my mental health is where it should be right now. But yeah, let me know how you guys feel. I'm gonna send one last bit of Reiki to you. So if you want, kind of imagine that shield of light I've been talking about kind of unfolding around you, protecting you. It could be light, or it could be an element that you like, maybe fire or water, ice. Imagine that energy healing you. Imagine that energy protecting you. And if you can, please follow my moderators. They are amazing. Chronically Ghosted and Shy Flying High. She's not here, but follow Cherie Mystic. She will do a crystal sales on Tuesdays. I'm going to start working with her to charge those crystals with Reiki energy as well. I need to message her later and let her know. Just being here, just being here, being kind of just vibing. I think that helps everybody. I feel the love. When I posted that video that I was taking a break, the amount of love that poured in, I was just like, this is a lot. I don't think I can step away for as long as I thought I would have to. Thank you. if you can, if you want, these lives I also post on YouTube. That way, if anything does happen and I can't go live, you could always jump over there. Music is also on my YouTube. This was just something I made in GarageBand. I need to probably play a bit more and make a few different tunes. I'm not doing one-on-ones right now. I have one more on Monday, but I think I might take a little break from doing one-on-one sessions, just while I figure a few things out on my own end. But yeah, feel free to reach out to me if I missed any questions and you feel like you want them answered. I could try. Just write it down on my on the first pin video that I have. YouTube channel is the same as here, Alchemist Kennedy, and it's linked in my link tree as well. All right, everyone, I'm gonna sign out. I hope you all have a great weekend. Remember, focus on you, focus on your light, focus on your energy. Call your light back from others that don't deserve it anymore. Focus on filling your own cup up, and you changing your vibration, you focusing on what can help you, that can heal you, is going to help shift the world. Because I know we see major shifts are happening, but know that you focusing on you doing what's right for you, is going to help shift that energy that this world needs. And just praying for the world, sending energy to the world. All right, everyone. Hope you have a good evening. Have a great weekend. I'll see you all soon. Take care.